Text, Feather River Salmon Spawning Restoration Project November 2017, Eric C.
This section of the Feather River, it's called the low flow section of the Feather River here through Oroville, and this is the upper end of the low flow section. The most spawning that occurs on the Feather River occurs in this area, so it's very significant for Chinook salmon spawning and also for steelhead spawning. This is a channel called Moe's Side Channel. It's part of a gravel bar complex out in the middle of the Feather River next to the Feather River Fish Hatchery. The last time I was out here was in August of 2017, a few months ago, and this was just a dry gravel bar. Following the high flow event that we had in early 2017, this channel was completely filled in with gravel and cobble and was not flowing at all. So there would have been no spawning going on at all in this channel had it not been for the project that DWR conducted in August. So we came in, we excavated the channel out and reestablished flow in the channel. We also put spawning gravel out into the main channel for fish to spawn in out there. So it's a very significant project because it's led to a lot more spawning than would have occurred otherwise. We've seen a tremendous return. In this channel alone, there's several hundred salmon, so it's been a very successful project. We're very pleased with the outcome because, as I said, this was just a dry gravel bar had it not been for DWR coming in and doing that project back in August.
3 salmon.
Ideally, what salmon and steelhead like to have is clean gravel that's in a certain size range from about 2 to about 4 to 5 inches in size. And by having clean gravel that allows a better productivity of the red. Now, a red is like a nest that the fish dig in the gravel. So they'll actually dig a depression in the gravel, they'll lay eggs and fertilize the eggs in these depressions. They'll then go upstream, dig up gravel and cover up that depression. When this was dug out, it was pretty much an even riverbed. That isn't the case anymore because there's been so many salmon in here spawning, they've actually churned up this entire channel.
Fish eggs.
The fish will lay eggs in the gravel. The eggs will develop over the course of the next month and a half or so, and eventually the eggs will hatch. The fish will hatch out and they'll be able to use this channel for rearing purposes. And in late winter and early spring, the fish will migrate out to the ocean. So it's part of the natural process of producing salmon in the Feather River. One of the other benefits of the salmon spawning in this section of the river is just all of the other wildlife that benefit from this. You know, we see turkey vultures flying around, bald eagles have come in, of course gulls and other predators just love the productivity from this area. And so throughout the winter time, you can come here in downtown Oroville, just look off the levee in town and be able to actually not only observe the fish spawning, but also observe all of these other wildlife species that are brought here because the salmon are up here. The Department of Water Resources has a license with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC is the acronym, and that license is going to be renewed at some point. There's an entire Feather River Habitat Improvement Program that will be triggered once that new license is issued, and that will include side channel projects like this, salmon spawning gravel improvement projects. There's going to be a riparian and floodplain enhancement program that will be initiated, and a variety of other things too, all geared around making the Feather River environment a much better place for the species that live out here.
Water flows.
One of the things that we're lacking on the Feather River is more of this kind of habitat. We see such great productivity in this area. We'd like to expand this into other areas, and that's why it's so important for us to initiate that new improvement program. Once the FERC license is issued, we'll start that program. We're going to be doing a lot more of this kind of work in different locations on the Feather River.
A stretch of the Feather River.